Hi, I am listening to this wonderful book. It's by Thomas More called The Soul's Religion, Cultivating a Profoundly Spiritual Way of Life. And he also wrote Care of the Soul, Dark Night of the Soul. Here's Care of the Soul. And he is one of my most favorite authors. I mean, I really like Deepak Chopra, Greg Braden, and a variety of others. And Thomas More's books are just really very helpful. And he's talking in this book, The Soul's Religion, about he's talking about how people in their life, they have these crises, these spiritual crises. They're like, I'm going to India, or I'm going to, some land that's going to help me get enlightenment or be fulfilled or whatever. And that people are often disappointed. And if you look at my YouTube videos, I have quite a few about the experience I had working at an organic farm, and it was unregulated and abusive and neurotic and dysfunctional and dangerous, and I sustained physical injuries and long-term chronic health as a result, problems as a result, as well as emotional scars. And it just dawned on me after listening to this that, because I was on this kind of pilgrimage, spiritual pilgrimage, because I had worked in corporate America for about 10 years in San Francisco, and it wasn't what I wanted to do. And then I worked at a massage school, and then a yoga center and meditation centers, and so and then I ended up, I was like, okay, an organic farm, working in an organic farm, what a great once in a lifetime experience. And it was like this ideological step I took, as well as a practical step. I needed a job, and when I have this like fire in my belly about letting people know about how horrible it was working at that farm, how heartless and cruel, and it was like slave labor, and I often equate it with the Catholic Church, how the Catholic Church has been known to be authoritarian, and they sexually manipulate, they're known to sexually manipulate little children and stuff like that. And but they're supposed to be this holy thing, and that's the thing about organic farms, is it's a holy thing these days, in a way. It's like this sacred cow, organic farmers. Oh, they love the world and people, and they're saints. And they're not. They're business people, and they're all about the bottom line, Or maybe there's a handful who aren't about the bottom line. Maybe there's a handful who really care about their workers and the people and the product, like on a deep spiritual level. But the place I worked at Persephone Farm in Lebanon, Oregon, Sweet Home, Oregon, it was a nightmare. But anyways, I just had an epiphany, and I wanted to share it with you about how it was a spiritual kind of crisis, and it just makes me feel like a lot better, like oh, no wonder it had such a profound effect on me. And so anyways, for what it's worth, that's my little commentary for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.